So, like I say, I really, really, really love the Irish. I think, like, like I said, my Irish workers of Belfast and LS and the LS shipyard. Like I said, I had some Irish people that were working for me, and like I said, they had become quite wealthy their own selves, and they had done it the right way. Just good hard work, and like I said, the Irish had worked hard. They weren't bandits, they weren't thieves. They had, they built their own ships, they mined their own steel, and they knew how to do it, and they did it really well. Like I said, there's a lot of really good Irish people in the world, or people in Ireland and other countries that were really good, really awesome people, and they worked really hard and they earned everything they had, and they built these great big ships and blah blah blah, and they manned the ships and blah blah, and they were really really, like I said, the Irish people, they're good people, really good people. They're not, like I said, I don't like to confuse the Irish with the IRA or Irish Republic, unless, anyway, whatever. Anyway, like I said, the Irish people, they were really good people, some of the best people. Anyway, so yeah, so I guess Mr. I'll Never Die, I'll Never Grow Old, or somebody else, I don't know. Like I said, in the world, there's a lot of different groups, and the Irish group was one of the better ones. And anyway, so my Belfast shipyard and another place like I say, I had the Germans running. I think my LS shipyard at first. They were doing the accounting mostly, and then the Irish people would run the yard and stuff like that. And like I said, there are many groups. There are like 24 groups in the LS shipyard. There are 24 buildings or more, with workers working hard, in Belfast, and and we were building these great big huge mammoth ships, and we were doing really well too. They were doing well, I was doing well, everyone was doing well. I was rich, but anyway, whatever. Anyway, and that's why I say with the Irish, I was like, I love you, you guys are my people. So anyway, I also had some Germans that were my people too. We all worked together, basically. Although some Irish people would always get in fight. They would get in a fight with the Germans and everything else like that. And there was fighting, of course. There was harsh words said, as they say. I mean, there were the bad days, the rainy days, and stuff like that. And anyway, though. But whatever. I don't. A few harsh words isn't nothing to get in a fight about. Whatever. Yeah, like I said, I love the Irish. They're really good people. I love the Germans too. So. Anyway, though, yeah, my Ellis shipyard was amazing and awesome. And anyway, though, so yeah, and eventually it would lead to war and everything else, and there was a war, and I think like I said, I took the sentence. I actually, well, I wanted to be sentenced. I mean, my people had acted, I believe, rightly and honorably and underneath my command or something like that, and so you know. Anyway, though, like I said, I was sentenced to death. I was sentenced to 1,000 years in jail or prison or whatever, and also 1.5 million years of community service or something like that. Which, I mean, for me, for the epic creator, for the great Lucifer Star, Lord of Germany, or original Lord of Germany or something like that, or the one who bought Germany, basically, and basically the person, the LS Shipyard, Lucifer Star, the great Lucifer Star. I mean, for me, it wasn't that big of a deal, I guess. So, like I said, and luckily I had another planet that knew of my existence and was tracking me and watching me and looking after me. So, they saved me. And also, like, yeah, whatever. In the great span of everything, you know, shrug. So, like I say, and like I say, they didn't need the boss beams or whatever on the Titanic. They could have done it without it and all that other stuff. But I wanted to have it, and I thought it would be, and I thought of it. So, like I say, a lot of my people did it just because it was my design, it was my idea. So I think, so so like I said, the Irish people and a lot of the people, my good workers and my good employees that had climbed to fame and climbed to power, climbed to financial wealth. Like all the families, they all, they all wanted to give something back to the Lord or Creator, or their leader, me. So, and I was very thankful and loved them very much for it, and so they made sure that I wasn't lost or forgotten. So, even as Brian, and like I say, I loved every single ship, like it was my own. I'm very proud of the LS shipyard, and of the Irish people. I'm very proud of the German people. I'm very proud of my Chinese people or my Asian people. And I'm very proud of every single group that would be a part of White Star, that was a part of White Star Alliance. So, it was a family and conglomerate event. The building of the Panama Canal, and also the White Star Line ships, and I was very proud and very impressed. And I love every single man, woman, child, and worker that ever took part in one of my factories, my LS shipyard, and all the people who riveted my planes and everything else, and all the people who worked in the foundries. I know they were hot, and I know it was miserable, and I know digging all that coal and everything else wasn't exactly an easy task. And like I say, there were many, many projects that were these ridiculous, generation projects. And like I say, I know. I lived it, I saw it, and yes, and that's one of the reasons why later on, when they were trying to say I had to use new people or whatever, I was like, no, I'm not going to use new people. I'm not going to use another group. I use my people, my group. I have construction people, I have builders, I have people, some of them are old, but they have children and all that other stuff, and I have my people of Belfast, people of Ireland, and other stuff. Anyway, like I said, my car manufacturing place was going to be built in Detroit or someplace like that, but like I said, the Irish people or one of my groups were like, no, he's, going to do it here. So, and besides, like I said, I own Belfast, so, and it's a great place. Anyway, whatever, like I say, it's history and lots of stuff, and like I say, I'm just mostly just saying thank you to all my people and all my workers who actually did take part and actually worked hard. And we built those cities, and we built those big, huge everything, and it was impressive. And like I say, I love you, and I care about you. And I'm sorry for the Congress, for the Republicans and Democrats. Oh, it was a nightmare. I apologize for Admiral Rodney or Godney or whatever, and Rick Bash, and Zachary and Bill Gates. I don't know. I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with Zachary, Bill Gates. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, the American Congress and very much the Vatican was doing their own thing. So, oh well, whatever.